That was what I feared in my life. That when I was like, oh my fucking god, what the hell am I doing? Like when that happened, I'm like, dude, I'm out. Like this is this really the life I want to live? I'm fucking out of there. So I booked it, I left, and I went to Twitch. As for family, I think the problem is I just ignore them because I'm so focused on what I need to do every day that I need to learn to be better. All I had to do was just say her name, and everyone was like, awesome. But as time went on, it got worse and worse because these viewers became obsessed with our relationship. Obsessed. It was bad.
This is my full interview with Mizkif, who is a big streamer, a YouTuber, and also an old friend of mine who I reconnected with for my parasocial video, which you can watch in the description. But this interview was very interesting, and I think you'll enjoy it as well. So, Mizkif, you are one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. You started with humble beginnings as a viewer.
I started in humble beginnings in your Discord.
But also a viewer, as a pleb viewer and as a pleb player, and now you're the king of plebs.
Shut up.
Why do you think people watch Twitch?
Why do people watch Twitch? That's a great question. I think a lot of people watch Twitch because a lot of it comes down to feeling like you have someone that's with you. You feel like someone that's around you. When TV and YouTube videos can't do it. You know, watching YouTube videos, you can only feel so close because the reality is it is a video. When a Twitch stream, it's only 2 seconds delay, 1 second delay, and you feel like it's a community, and you feel like a lot of people, I feel, although they don't want to admit it, they feel like they are, while they are entertained by you, they like you, and they can feel like they're your friend.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. Why do you think people prefer your stream amongst all the others?
Relatability. I think what I have compared to other streamers, and I think a lot of people in my group have compared to other streamers, is relatability. I think a lot of streamers are, you know, a lot of streamers, they don't have, I guess maybe they don't understand the community. They don't understand maybe their community. They don't have like that relatableness. When I feel like people like me, Poke, Greek, XUC, we have this relatability of people that they feel like they could be friends with, people that they feel that they could know, and that makes them more inclined to watch us over other people.
How do you think you got to that? Do you think that you being a viewer for like many years contributed to you understanding what makes a streamer relatable to viewers?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Me watching Twitch over years and years and years definitely made me realize what the do's and don'ts are. There's a lot of cons to me coming late, right? One big con of becoming late is a lot of things have been done, and it's very hard as you go along. It's way harder to establish yourself, right? As a Twitch streamer, it's way harder. The rich get richer. That's just how Twitch is. When you're, so back then it was way easier to get bigger or way easier to get noticed because there wasn't as many people. Now everyone's streaming. Everyone knows about it. It's way harder. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it definitely did help me. I did get to understand how Twitch works by watching these people. Because although I wasn't able to get in early, I was able to see and understand their history. I was able to see and understand what they did wrong and what they did right. And I was able to watch these streamers and understand what they did right and wrong and pretty much use that to my advantage and become a streamer.
How much interaction do you have with your viewers?
Every second of the day. That's all I do. My life is reacting, is being with my viewers. My life, I stream 6 days a week, 6 days a week, and I stream 8 hours a day, 6 days a week.
What boundaries do you set when it comes to those relationships with viewers? Like, do you have some sort of boundaries that you don't like crossing?
It depends on who. Some viewers, I could see myself being friends with them, and I do hang out with them more than the average. But a lot of my viewers, no. I mean, yeah, a lot of my viewers, and I'm not saying all my viewers want to be my friends. No, a lot of my viewers just watch me for entertainment. But some, I'm sure, want that relationship that they definitely want, and I don't want because I have done that before with a lot of my viewers or some of my viewers, and it usually ends up with them just trying to constantly bother me to hang out.
And how does that reflect on your, like, is that really stressful for your social situation? Like, how do you manage that level of, people hitting you up and stuff like that?
I just block DMs.
And that solves it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really that hard. Like, I mean, one big thing that I think a lot of viewers just watch Twitch just to watch Twitch, right? I think a lot of them just watch it for entertainment value. They don't want a friend or seeking a friend. But I think some people that really try to get a friend out of me are people that donate to me like crazy, right? Like you'll have some of these guys that gift me thousands and thousands of dollars in gifted subs or in general. And those people want either a lot of attention, which is why they do it, or they typically want to be my friend, right? They're trying to buy their way into my life. I've had multiple people give me tons of money and then like, hey, dude, do me a favor. Can you host me afterwards? Or, hey, dude, can you do me a huge favor? Can you, just I answer my DMs? And they start DMing me. And then what am I going to do? I feel guilty that this guy's giving me thousands of dollars and I'm not going to just answer his messages. But over time, it becomes more and more and more that they're just trying to bother me and just trying to get my attention constantly. And that's not, you can't, just because you give me money doesn't mean I'm going to be your friend or play games with you or hang out with you. That's not how it works, When
it comes to streamers and like your relationship with them, do you find that easier to manage than your relationship with your viewers, or does that have its own set of difficulties as well?
Wait, say it again.
So like when it comes to other streamers, what kind of difficulties do you face when it comes to interacting with them, if any?
Not really any, honestly. I mean, here's how it works. The lower the streamer, there's some low-level streamers that really try to leech off of bigger streamers. And I don't consider myself a bigger streamer, but, I'm from good friends with Chance, and I see all the time girls especially trying to hit up Chance, people trying to talk to him because he's Chance Morris, because, they're 100 viewer streamers, 50 viewer streamers, and if they get that little bit of knowing chance of getting in his friend group, they can go to the tippy top and grow. So I personally don't see it a lot with me because, like I said, I block all my DMs. And also me having a girlfriend makes a big impact on that. But I do know there are a lot of small streamers that try. I mean, it happens all the time. Like, I mean, like, think about it this way. You got, like a couple nights ago, a small streamer hosted me, right? And I'm like, oh, thank you very much. And then he kept talking in my chat, and he's trying to get my chat to be like, oh, Pog, like, dude, play games with him. Like, they know what they're doing because they're trying to leech. And then I have to be the big person, like the bad guy, and be like, no, like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm not doing that. It just happens. Sometimes of course, people are out to make money. That's what Twitch is. People are there. They are trying to grow. They're not trying to stay stagnant. They're trying to grow. And everyone knows that if you talk to these bigger streamers and you can get a little bit from them, you can grow. Look what I did. I literally leached my way all the way up,
You blew up pretty quickly compared to most other streamers that I've seen. How, like, if you could go over and do it again, I mean, would you do it the same way? Do you think that there was some difficulties or some, like, added stress by the amount, like, overnight almost, right? Your stream went from like pretty small to like a huge stream, and you every step of the way were there with your chat, with your viewers, with your community. Like, was there a lot of stress because of it just exploding so quickly?
Oh yeah, huge. Because there's a lot of pressure. I mean, there was a ton of pressure on me for a long period of time. It was scary because the thing is that it made it scary is when someone grows, right, they usually grow very slowly. When someone grows very fast like I did, I literally doubled my view count last May. I doubled it. And it was terrifying for me because I'm sitting there with my higher viewer count and I'm thinking to myself, any day I go live, these guys could just walk away because they're not my loyal viewers. They are here for the hype. They're here because I just got banned. And how do I make these people enjoy my streams? How do I make these people into my community? And it actually evidently worked. These people did start to enjoy my streams, and I did keep those viewers. But oh my god, the stress of every day going live trying to figure out what to do. It's still hard. I mean, as a variety streamer, it's just in general difficult to try to really adhere to your audience. So it's very hard to it's very stressful. It's not hard, it's stressful to try to figure out what to do and make sure that your audience is happy. Because the thing is, when you're a League of Legends streamer, you usually get the same viewer count, you get the same shit every day. It's the same shit, right? You play League, you go to bed. When for variety streamers, I mean, we fluctuate like crazy. I'll have 10,000 viewers, 12,000 viewers playing Super Mario 64, but the second I can go to another game, I can be at 4K. You know, it fluctuates like crazy as a variety streamer. So
you play a lot of games that it seems like you personally enjoy and you personally like. Do you do that? Do you intentionally try not to put yourself in a niche of like a game or even like a category because you don't want to be tied down by like your audience?
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, fuck being tied down. That you have so much more possibilities of growing and having that's a community. You know, when you're a directory streamer like League of Legends and stuff, it's harder to, is it really a community when you're just farming a directory? Not as much. When you will have a variety community where you can go from game to game to game, that's a community. Those are people that are going to watch you no matter what. When a lot of these League of Legends streamers or any kind of directory, when they go to another game, they lose. You see it. Half their viewer count, more than half their viewer count, because they don't have a community. They don't have people that are there for them. They have people that are there for the game. When for me and variety streamers, one big benefit we have, there's pros and cons to being a variety streamer. Pros are we get our own community, we could do what we want, and we get to do like play any kind of game, and we have a community that enjoys us. The cons are we have to figure out what the fuck to do every day, which is not easy to do at all. And not only to figure out what to do every day, but to figure out what to do and your community is going to enjoy it. You know? You can't just do what you want. You got to do something that you want and your community wants.
Yeah, it's like a balance of those things. You mentioned, you know, you have a girlfriend. How has being in a romantic relationship affected your stream?
At first, it was terrible. It was the worst. I mean, when it first started, let's go with this. When it first started, it was awesome because, I mean, I made so much money. I just sat on my ass. Everyone's like, hurrah, hurrah, Mizkif's getting laid, and it was the best. My viewer count was disgusting. Everyone was hooray, hooray. And all I had to do was just say her name, and everyone was like, awesome. But as time went on, it got worse and worse because these viewers became obsessed with our relationship. Obsessed. It was bad. And I hated it. I absolutely hated how obsessed these viewers came about my relationship. I didn't realize how much of an impact it would have. And a lot of YouTube channels started to take our videos and were like, oh my God, Maya and Mizkif talked. And they were getting like 250,000, 500,000 views. And all it was talked about on live stream fails and Twitch was me and Maya. Yeah, it definitely affected my community pretty hard. But over time, that faded because we made sure to do our own thing. She does a podcast. I play video games. We don't do the same things. And while we hang out with each other, we don't stream every day with each other nonstop, you know?
Yeah.
And nowadays it's nothing compared to what it was when it was because we started dating a year ago. 3 months in, it was horrible. But as each month went by, it got less and less to the point where nowadays it's not bad. I don't mind it at all. I mean, like we have our own complete different things. She has her own community. I have my own community. We will always overlap, but we have pretty much our own community, and it's nice.
You mentioned how viewers got really obsessive about your relationship, and I guess that's because they're very invested in your life and if through your stream. Do you think that when people get too obsessive and too attached, do you think that's like on the fault of the viewers, or do you think it's up to the streamer to control those expectations of the viewers?
I think the reality is this: when it comes to Twitch, you can never blame the viewers. You can't blame 10,000 people. Like, it's just not a thing. You can't blame your chat for anything, because the reality is you are in control and you have to be able to figure out what to do and what not to do. So I think it was my fault. I think it was my fault that I left, that I did what I did. I think it was my fault that not necessarily my fault, but it's just the repercussions of my actions. It was, these viewers became very invested in my life. They had a Discord where they talked about it. They were obsessed fans where they would just talk about me and her constantly, figuring out what we're doing, if we're dating or not. But once we started dating, it definitely died down, and thank God it did, because it was annoying. But there's nothing it's not their fault. It's not their fault that they're losers.
So I spoke with one of your viewers, Ant Plays, and he's like, I think he's like a 17-year-old kid. He really likes your stream. He really likes you as a person. Does it, when you have these kinds of viewers, like, and he's like a kid, and you have a lot of people watching, obviously a percentage of those are going to be kind of younger people who look up to you. How does that affect like what you're willing to say or think or do, or do you try not to think about that?
I mean, 17 is really old for my community. What were you saying? What was the question?
Like knowing that there's a lot of people who watch you, who look up to you, do you let that affect what you say and what you do on stream?
I mean, like, I try to not talk about things that I don't know, right? Like, I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about, I just try to let people make fun of me. I get called an idiot and then I go to bed. I don't try to bring up politics or topics that I'm trying to persuade my community or stuff like that, because I'm too dumb. Like, I don't want to try to influence 10,000 people at a time. It's a dumb thing. I'm too stupid. And yeah, I try to make sure that my audience, to a sense, I want to be myself, right? I always want to be myself. I'm not going to try to persuade my audience political ideas or anything like that, because one, if you're watching me for even 2 seconds, I'm a moron. You should not take any advice or anything I say seriously. Everything I say is complete crap. And two, because there are some viewers that will listen to me and say true lol W to everything I do, and those viewers might actually think that I'm right when I'm always wrong. So I try to not say into politics or anything at all.
When you look back at when you were primarily a viewer on Twitch, and how much of your time did you spend watching streams, for example?
Every day for 6 years.
Did that, when you were on the other side of things, how did it feel? How was your social life back then compared to how it is now?
Honestly, social-wise, it's very similar. I have a very small friend group that I hang out with every day, and I play video games and talk to people. The only difference is now is I get paid to do it. Other than that, not much has changed. I have cool boxes. Y'all see this? Ready? Look at this, Glink. Check this bad boy out. I just got it yesterday.
I heard about these boxes.
Look at that.
That's sick. That's fucking
Dude,
dope.
Mint condition Diddy Kong Racing 85 plus box.
That's amazing. Yeah, you collect those, right? Those kinds
dude,
of things?
I love these boxes. This is all I collect. Dude, guess how much this box was?
$200.
2,000.
Oh my god. Are you gonna resell them or are you gonna keep them?
No, I'm gonna keep them forever.
Why
dude,
do you like
look at this. Because dude, it's my one thing. I've always loved like all the nostalgia stuff like that. Look at this, dude. Glink, this is the Panasonic GameCube.
What the fuck? That's so sick.
This GameCube, dude. This GameCube was sick. I bought it a couple days ago. It was $600. It is sick, dude. It works fully and it plays DVDs.
That is amazing. It's like a toaster, though.
It's heavier than a toaster. It's ridiculous, but it works.
Damn, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, no, that's all I spend my money on is boxes. Other than that, I'm not kidding. I literally live the same life I did in your Discord. The only difference now is I have boxes.
Okay, you've been to TwitchCon. You've been to like different of these real life things, like gatherings and stuff. Mm-hmm. How has it been meeting viewers through those events? Like, does it change your perspective and your relationship with them? Is it stressful in a different way?
It's not really stressful. I love it. I mean, I love meeting my viewers because I, one, get to see how pathetic they are in real life, and two, it just blows your mind because you see a number on your screen and you're like, oh, there's 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people watching you. But when you get to see that number in person and you're like, see just 10 of your viewers saying hello to you, and you think to yourself that times this by 1,000, and that's what people watch you, talk out of your ass every day. It's crazy to think. I love meeting my viewers. That's one of my favorite things to do is meet my viewers. And I don't think a lot of them are really cool. A lot of them aren't really, you'll always have those weirdos that will try to follow you and stuff like that. But when that happens, I usually tell them to stop, and then they don't, and then that's pretty much it. I mean, they don't get it. My problem is I don't ever tell anyone to stop, or I always feel bad, so I'm never one to be like, yo, go away. But yeah, it's cool. I like seeing my viewers and stuff like that. I mean, the fact that I have a viewer is pretty cool, let alone 10 or something like that at TwitchCon.
What keeps you kind of grounded when, like you mentioned, having a small social circle, like with your friends? Do you think that that's necessary or really important to kind of staying grounded when you have so many viewers and so many people hitting you up all the time?
I'm not gonna lie, like I have a huge ego. All right, like I am not grounded for shit. I'm on cloud 9 right now, Glink. You are boosting my ego like crazy.
That's the thing, though, right? With streamers, like it's inevitable when you have so many viewers that you're gonna obviously it's gonna impact you.
Yeah. Well, I think what grounds me, if anything, is just knowing that. I mean, definitely, it for a while I had a crazy ego. Not crazy, but I definitely had an ego in like September and October, but it's gone away. And the real reason why it's gone away over time is because I realized that while I may be good at one thing, which is entertaining, right? Everyone is typically good at something, and everyone around me is better at a lot of things. Like, I am not smart. I don't think of myself as smart, and I never will. I don't think of myself as some talent genius or some actor. There's better actors, there's better everything out there than me. I do think I'm very relatable, and I could be entertaining, but overall, I think that while I may be good at one thing, I think that a lot of people are good at everything else that's better than me. So I don't know. What keeps me grounded? Shrooms? I don't know, Glink. That's a tough question.
Have you done shrooms? No.
But I've been offered it like 6 times.
Try them, dude. They're great.
You've done shrooms, Glink. You've changed. Nazarian's one of my top mods.
Really?
He's here every day, and he is in my chat at least. He's watching girls every second. Besides, he hasn't changed for shit. He's just watching women 24/7.
Okay, on that note, do you think that habitually watching a streamer, which you've been on that end of things, do you think that that's a bad thing for someone's social well-being or like growth as a person? I mean, you obviously used it to your advantage, but for most viewers, most people, like, do you have any thoughts on that? Like, people who just sit and watch streams all day?
I think for people who watch streams all day, I think they shouldn't, but I think they definitely need to try to progress, and I think they definitely need to get outside, live life, enjoy their life. I think they need to try something. If they have that much time, they really need to try something and do something, especially right now with what's going on. Right now is an important time for people to try to do something that they've always wanted to do. And I tell my viewers that all the time. Like, they have tons of time right now, hours and hours and hours to sit in Twitch chats, to watch viewer streams. And, I just try something, remember with me, with you, I literally got my career started because I went in your Discord and you told me to start making videos. I was in Florida, bored, and you're like, why don't you try to make videos? I'm like, all right. I started making videos, and then everything started to tumble because you told me to make videos.
And then you turned down that job. That was a big decision for you.
Yes, but I turned down that job, but it started with you. It started with just stop watching Twitch and start trying to do something that you've wanted to do, and I did that.
Do you think that people should take more risks? Because you kind of took a huge risk on your career.
Yeah, especially in your 20s, dude. If you're in your 20s, I mean, if I definitely think you should. Why wouldn't you? What are you going to be 50 and try to do risks? No. If you're in your late teens, 20s, yeah, take risks you can.
What do you think about advertisements and sponsorships? How do you feel any type of way about those on stream? Do you feel like they're a necessary thing for Twitch these days?
What do you mean? Like, for me to do them?
Yeah, like doing sponsored streams, doing
I don't think they're, dude. Streamers make so much money; it's not necessary at all. Like, I mean, definitely, like, if you're a smaller streamer, like, let's say you have like 100, 200 subs, and you get a sponsorship, like, good, go for it. It can help you. It's good money. But for bigger streamers, they don't need money. I mean, like, do I need money? No. Do I need those few $1,000s that I'm gonna get from a sponsor? God, no. Why do I do it? Because why the fuck not? Like, if my viewers are going to watch me do nothing anyway, they're going to watch me play some dog shit game, they might as well watch me play a really good game, and I get paid for it.
How do you keep your chat room? We've seen this, like, with Ice, for example, where his chat is the biggest thorn in his side and just causes huge problems. How do you keep your chat room, like, still fun and engaging without being this huge source of negativity? Like, how did you calm people down when they were obsessed with your relationship and different times in your stream when it was just too much?
How do I make my chat room not a toxic shithole of dog shit? Well, I think overall the meta of Twitch has changed over the years, right? I think back in 2016 when Tyler, Greek, Ice were really relevant and popular, not saying that Tyler and Greek and Ice are not relevant now, but just saying that back then when they were more popular, toxicity, tryhard spam, and, stuff like that were way more popular back in the day. People enjoyed that stuff way more than they do now. N-word spam was super popular, right? Like, people used to laugh at it with TTS donations constantly going off. People thought that shit was funny. Nowadays, when that stuff's brought up, it is hated. Like, when people say even, the N-word or anything like that, they get like, haha, like, yikes, like, trying to be funny. It's like the whole vibe of Twitch has changed, and I think it's in a better place now than it was a couple of years ago in terms of toxicity. It's definitely just less toxic. I think Twitch chats in general are less toxic. So, yeah, how I've been able to just make sure that my chat's not toxic and annoying, I ban them. I just peace. If you're annoying, I ban them for anything. And how I make them, stop bothering me about my relationships and stop being toxic in general and just try to enjoy the stream and be positive is you got to make sure that you got to make sure that you are trying to. The stream reflects the streamer, and that is the biggest thing on Twitch. The stream reflects the streamer. My stream is very joking. They take nothing seriously. They're trolling the entire time, and they're annoying. And that's it. If you put on that, they won't take any. My chat takes nothing seriously ever. They don't care about anything. So therefore, they don't care when I do sponsors. They troll everything. Like, I do sponsors, and they just were like, "This is the best game I ever played." They'll go nuts. They'll say this is awesome. So yeah, you just gotta. I guess it just matches the streamer. And for me, it's just a dumb community that just doesn't care about anything. It's hard to explain.
Looking to the future, where do you see Twitch going? Where do you see your stream going? Is this something you want to do like long term? Do you want to transition into something?
I see myself streaming at least for the next 5 years. Right now, I don't know if you've seen my Super Mario 64 streams, but I I love streaming right now so much it's disgusting. Because remember how I was saying that as a variety streamer, it feels like vines that you're constantly trying to grab onto. And it feels like that every single day. It's like, when you have a real job, you go to work, you do your job, you know what you got to do, you do it 40 hours a week, you clock out, you're done. When you're a variety streamer, it's like every day you have to figure out what to do. And it's not just what to do, what your viewers are going to like, what's going to get you the most views, what's going to be the better thing. It's tiring. It's just super tiring, and it makes you just dead. When for nowadays, like my Super Mario 64 streams, I love streaming. I mean, I streamed almost average 10 hours a day this week, 12 hours a day. It's been fantastic. And it feels like I have something that I really enjoy and my viewers enjoy. So right now, I don't know. If this is how streaming is going to be for the next few years, I don't want it to end at all. I thought I wasn't going to last a year. And this whole year, I've been averaging a crap ton of viewers, and everything's been going up, up, up. I plan on streaming for at least for the foreseeable future. I don't want to know when it's going to end. I don't want to put a time on it.
Right.
I just want to enjoy it, and when it's done, it's done. When I'm done being happy with streaming, when I want to move on, I can. And right now, I just love streaming, so I don't want it to end.
Looking back on the decision you made like a couple of years ago now, to go full time with Twitch, to take it seriously, and obviously give up your opportunities in finance and all that. Are there ever days where you're like regretting that decision, or is it always you're happy about that decision?
I will never regret that I took turned down that job, because I always wanted to be an entertainer, and that job was forced because I thought it was the right thing to do, not the thing I wanted to do. I never wanted to be in finance. I did it because I thought it was good money, secure job, my parents would be happy with me, and that's it. When I took the risk of becoming a Twitch streamer, it was something that I wanted to do, or a YouTuber. It's something that I wanted to do, not something that my parents forced me to do. So, yeah, like I will never regret it, because this is what I've always wanted. And you're the one that partially helped me with that. I feel like people don't realize that, but do you remember when you said that to me, that I should start making videos?
Yeah. But it's because when we talked, I could tell you were into being, looking into things as not only as a viewer, but like you liked presenting things, you liked talking about these things as if like you were already a streamer back then. Like you had a perspective of an entertainer, like you just said, which obviously like you got to put out some sort of content if you're that way. And I could tell that you wanted to.
Dude, why don't you get unbanned on Twitch? What are you doing? Can you just get unbanned?
I don't know how. I actually don't know how to get unbanned, bro. I don't know how.
I have a partner manager. Want me to see if I can get you unbanned? Dude, I just want to watch your videos on stream, please.
That'd be cool. Here's my thing, and I wonder what you think about this. Here's where I stand. Like, it'd be nice to get unbanned on Twitch, but the reason wouldn't be because I want to be a streamer. I literally don't want to be a full-time streamer. I'm doing this just for fun, but I don't know how you do it or how other people do it. Like, for me, going in every day, hours and hours and hours and hours, is like fucking, no matter how enjoyable it is, it's like soul sucking. It seems. Right? Like, I don't know how you...
I lost my soul years ago, Glink. I mean, to me personally, it's one thing that I will say that's better for YouTube than Twitch streaming is YouTube is a way more creative outlet. Twitch is very strict on its rules, and I think the reason why it's also so difficult nowadays to make it on Twitch comparatively to back in the day is because Twitch is so strict on its rules that it's very hard to be creative outside of the very small slivet of creativity that they give you. Like you can't do a lot of the things that you were able to do back in the day. And because of that, I think it is very difficult to make an impact, to make a difference, to be different on Twitch. When YouTube, while it's a shithole with money and stuff like that, it's a lot more creative, and you're not going to get banned. When Twitch, you can just get banned nowadays. for anything. So that is one thing I think YouTube's better on. And actually, I'm personally trying to make more YouTube videos because I want to not. I want to have more of a creative outlet. But I am I am creative on Twitch too, but I do want more creative outlets for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. It's like yin and yang kind of thing. It's like you lose a lot of the money and like immediate viewers and followers. I think a follower on Twitch is worth more than a subscriber on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, it's not even comparison. It's worth way more. But it depends on the kind of follower, right? There's so many types of followers. There's a directory follower, right? Like, I just noticed because actually he told me, but he got over 500,000 followers in a week when he did Valorant. Yeah. 500,000 followers in a week. Do you really think, do those followers really stick? No. 99% of those followers are there for keys, and then they left. They don't mean shit. But it's the 1% that might stick that might help his viewer count, because 1% of 500,000 is 5,000.
Right.
So it's all about numbers, the numbers game. And when just chatting viewers, typically they stick around way more because they are more devoted to Twitch. They're more involved with people's lives and stuff like that. And they're more interested in the community aspect. When Valorant beta key followers, they're worthless. Absolutely worthless.
You were one of the few streamers that I feel like really took a liking to IRL. And I almost sometimes feel like that's lost potential on Twitch. That whole section, that whole like style of streaming. Why do you think that fell apart? And do you think that could ever come back? Do you have any interest in bringing it back in any way?
Oh, no. I mean, like, IRL's so tough. It's so hard. It's stressful, very difficult. I personally think that IRL is, right now, it's just dead. I mean, I'm going to be real with you. IRL is dead. I have no interest because I've seen the lives of people who are IRL streamers and they're miserable and they hate themselves when I don't want to do that. I don't want to hate myself. I don't think IRL is necessarily going to be dead forever. Nothing's dead forever. But I do think that IRL has definitely peaked for now. I think IRL was really interesting in 2016 and 2017 because, let's be real, it was new. That's what made it interesting is Pokemon Go streams were so interesting because they were new. They were different because it was brand new. It was a new thing on the website. When IRL streaming has now been around for 4 years, it's not it's not as interesting anymore to see someone go live at in the middle of a park than it was 4 years ago when everyone was doing it for the first time,
Finally, when it comes to streaming, and you said you want to do this for years because you enjoy it so much. What keeps you motivated to hit that start streaming button, go for 8 hours, do it the next day? What keeps you staying there other than, like obviously you have bills to pay and shit like that, but what is it that really drives you with Twitch? Like what about it did you enjoy? What about it made you want to be a streamer, and what about it keeps you wanting to be a streamer?
Entertaining. That's all I want to do. That's all I ever wanted to do, is just make people laugh. And it goes back to what I said, my purpose, like what I feel like I'm good at. I feel like I am good at entertaining when I feel like I am good at making people laugh and enjoy themselves and that's what I just want to keep doing, what I'm good at. I don't want to try to do something else right now. I am making a game to do something on the side, but I don't want to do anything else right now. And to anyone that thinks it's money, I don't really need money anymore. It's not money. Money is definitely always going to be there, right? I'll always be like, okay, like I want to make money. It's not a big factor for me anymore. What's a big factor for me is just entertaining and making people laugh. Mm-hmm. Like I do love to do that. I've always loved to do that. Off stream, I'm doing the same shit. I'm entertaining people constantly. It's all I do. I love to do it. And I love the money, Glink. I mean, I'm a real. I also just love the money. Making thousands of dollars a day, doing absolutely nothing, sitting on your ass is definitely a fun time. I do nothing all day. I play video games, which is a joke of a job, and I just sit there and wait for subs to come in, and I go to bed.
Mizkif, it's been a pleasure interviewing you, chatting with you. You shared a lot of really like interesting insights from your point of view, which is a unique one. Thanks so much, man. Honestly, I appreciate it.
Do you want anything else? Because I'll give you all the time you need. Do you have any other hard-hitting questions that you want?
I mean, I can't. That's all I have written. What do you? Okay, here's one actually. I'm a little bit curious about this. You entertain so much. You're streaming so much. How do you unwind? How do you manage balance like your free time off stream? How does that even look? Like, what do you do off stream? How do you feel off stream when you're just got done?
I go for a walk usually. I usually just go for a walk. I walk around my house. I walk around inside my house. I play with my rabbit. I look at my boxes. I play Jump King of this one game called Jump King a lot. And that's really it. I don't really do much off stream. I kind of just sit there and do absolutely nothing. But I think the reason why I don't need to unwind and I don't need to do those things, don't get me wrong, streaming can take a toll on you over time and does for me as well. But one reason why I don't think it takes a massive toll on me and I'm able to go those long hours is because when I'm streaming a lot of the times, I don't even feel like I'm live. Like, I don't. I just feel like I'm talking to my friends on stream. It's not hard. You know, like I'm streaming Super Mario 64 for 12 hours. And the next day I wake up and I do 12 hours. I'm not doing that because I need to. I'm doing it because I like it. I'm having fun. You know, Twitch is like an added benefit to me playing video games. You know, one, they're paying me, and two, they're fun. So those two things make it so much more fun to play video games. It's like an added bonus. I don't get tired. I don't feel shitty at the end of the day. Because if Twitch was this burden that made me stress 24/7, I would never stream 70 hours a day. I would never stream 70 hours a week. I just couldn't do it. I'd be stressed out of my mind.
It's also hard maybe to like hang out with and chat with people who, you know, like let's say you used to be WoW friends with someone who's just like doing the same thing that you guys were doing 3 years ago or something, hypothetically. Mm-hmm. And now you're like, you know, your life is completely different. What you're doing is completely different. You kind of, it's hard to be friends like and hang out with them still.
It's just dude. I mean, some of my best friends from home who I played WoW with. Yeah, it's changed dramatically because now I don't have that same relationship with them because I've almost been like forcefully pushed. Not that it's a bad thing. I love my friends that I have here, but like into like that live stream fail, like Austin crew. And I'm very happy with that, right? But the thing is, in life, you move on. If I wasn't going to move into this Austin crew live stream fail community, guess what? I was going to move into Vanguard, which is where I was going to work. I was going to move into a friend group like that. It's just the reality is life moves on. People go and people change. But as for family, I think the problem is I just ignore them because I'm so focused on what I need to do every day that I need to learn to be better. And I am going to be better. I do call my family more often now than I used to. I don't call my grandma anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, family is tricky because it's like they're not going to be there forever, and yet they're in a way the only thing that like friends come and go, but family is kind of always with you. So it's hard to manage. I feel guilty sometimes when I'm like right now. I feel a little bit guilty, even though I never stream, but because my mom is like, whatever, over there. And I'm like, oh, I could be talking to my mom or something right now, but I'm not. It's just weird. Like technology absorbs you into it's a portal. Like this computer screen is a portal right here into whatever, your room or whatever I'm looking at. And that portal takes me away from my real life space.
Yeah, it does 100%. It 100% does. But it's a portal. It's a life that I love, and I'm glad I'm in. You know, I don't regret it. I don't regret anything. I am very happy with what I have right now. Don't get me wrong. I will not say that streaming can get not stressful, and sometimes I am not the happiest person streaming. There's days where I'm literally there for hours on stream, like fuck, I hate everyone. But you know, it's something that I'm very happy I did, and I will never I can't regret it because it's crazy. My life's nuts. So,
Do you still have like that hunger for like, I don't know, like you're always having to set new goals, right?
honestly, on Twitch, I don't really have that hunger anymore. I'm trying to grow my YouTube more than anything. I don't really care for like Twitch right now. I mean, I don't even know. Like the hunger's still there. Don't get me wrong. I do want to do it better on Twitch every day. But I feel like the more I crave that and I'm hungry, I'm still very hungry. But the hunger, I was at one point so disgustingly hungry that I was obsessed and stressed about every second. When nowadays, it's not nearly as stressed as I used to be. I used to be like every second needs to be content and entertainment, and that killed me mentally. And as it does to everybody who thinks that way. When these Super Mario 64 streams, I really do enjoy myself. I'm sitting there sometimes for 10 minutes not talking, and my chat is in love with it. And I mean, I've been averaging 10,000 viewers doing it, 12,000 viewers, and it's been fun. It's been a really enjoyable time, and it doesn't even feel like I'm streaming. That's what Twitch should be about, is hanging out, playing video games with chat, and making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Becoming a billionaire overnight. That's what Twitch is all about, baby. Playing video games and doing absolutely nothing while making some cash.
What is the game you're making?
It's called Unrooted is the title we have for it now, but it's actually really sick. It's like Jump King, but we're trying to make it like a platformer. Yeah, we're trying to make like a platform Jump King kind of game that's like Ori and the Blind Forest feel. You want to see a look at it?
Yeah, sure. That sounds awesome.
Will you?
I think that's like the new meta. Like Reckful set that meta of like when you get so big, it's time to just fucking make a game.
Well, I mean, there's like so much stuff you could do, right? I mean, some people, to me, it's like there's a lot you could do when it comes to the world of Twitch. I personally just think a game is fun, but not only is a reason why it's really smart for Twitch streamers to make a game, because we have the marketing's done. I don't need who's going to play my games. All my friends are my marketing. Sanak, can you send me a link for my game? I don't know where it is. I know he's watching, but
it's like sponsors, except they're free and it's authentic.
Yeah, dude, it's my friends are gonna play my game. Like Chance is gonna play it. XUC is gonna play it. Like all my friends will just play the game. It's my game, and it's free marketing that costs usually tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars that I get for free. I'm gonna play my game, and my marketing is gonna be nuts. It's like, why wouldn't you take advantage of that and try to grow something that you could use your audience as an advantage, which is making a game.
It's pretty 200 IQ.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Do you invest, by the way?
Not yet. I really need to. I've invested very little, but not enough that I need to, because I've just been... We're waiting to pay taxes, which my taxes are disgustingly expensive.
I bet. I think Texas is cheap though. You don't have property.
Well, we don't have a state tax, but we have everything else. So the only thing I invest in is boxes at the moment. Dude, 200 viewers is a dream, because all you need is 200 viewers, 300 viewers. You have bounties, which are crazy nowadays. Not a lot of crazy money, but there are bounties. You have bounties, you have a few subs and ads. Dude, you can make 50, 60K off of 300, 400 viewers. And that's a dream. So I was going to love that. When it's crazy how your expectations change so much. Nowadays, if it always goes up. That's the worst part about Twitch, is your expectations are never met. You always want more.
Did you hire, is it a game sound designer?
Kind of. His name's Coaster Music.
It's like very atmospheric.
He's a viewer / he's a streamer, and he is insanely good when it comes to music. So because of that,
sick for sure.
Yeah. So he is really good at what he does, and his music is insane.
Isn't the money like fucking stupid on Twitch now, because it's so easy to like gift subs and get subs? Like you probably have like 20 million subs or something.
No, I have 11K, but yeah, the money's ridiculous. It's not even through subs like where the money is. Like the money is crazy on Twitch, but the money that really is crazy that people don't understand. Like I I stopped recently asking for like jokingly asking for tier ones when it's like oh like and stuff like that or gifted subs or saying yo we're X to Y because the money isn't really when it comes to it's through sponsors. Like sponsors are where like the real money is where it's disgusting. Like sponsors pay so much money and you know the money in gifted subs and stuff like that is not even it. These streamers like Summit just went to G Fuel. It wouldn't surprise me if it's $1 million deal. Like it because that's where the money is, not through $2, $3 in subs. It's through millions of dollars you can make in G Fuel or whatever just by drinking a drink on stream.
Would you go to like Facebook if they offered you enough, or like whatever?
Yeah, I would get the hell out of here, 100%. I would ditch for a year, totally.
Oh yeah, because it's
Fuck
like a
it, please.
contract, right?
Yeah, I mean, if Facebook offered me a good deal, dude, it would just be a nice year vacation. I'd come back. It'd be fine. I'd leave. I already talked to my community about it. They've already said that if I left for a year, they'd be like, cool.
Damn, your community is just cool with everything.
Yeah, they don't care. They're like, yeah, go. So I'm like, all right, I'll leave for a year. And they're like, yeah, good, leave. So if I had the chance, I'm out. Fuck it, I'm not being here. I'll leave.
I wonder what.
I'll put my auto host on eRob and I'll be out of there and out of their ears.
I think most of them would follow you though.
I doubt. I think not. I think I'd have like maybe 500 viewers.
I mean, if you're making like if you're given like $10 million though, at that point it's like fuck it, right?
I wouldn't care. I'd come back with with every single N64 game in a box, mint condition, and that's pretty much it. Like nothing. I'd be like, all right, what's up, boys? With a nice tan line
and a GF. Not bad.
All right. Yeah, I've got a GF, tons of boxes. I'm living the dream, dude. Do you have that GF yet, Glink? You were looking for years ago.
Nah, I don't even know I don't even know, man. Girls are fucking
icky.
It's hard. It's hard to commit for me. That's the problem for me is commitment. It's like it's really hard to commit to someone and stick with them. So I kind of I like having friends that are girls. That's really cool because I think girls are like fun to be around and interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they're like attractive.
Yeah.
But
no, 100%. I see what you're saying.
It's tough, man. How do you stay loyal? Like, do you probably get like a ton of girls DMing you all the time? You do. Come on, don't laugh. You definitely do. Don't bullshit.
No. I think I used to a lot, but not anymore because I think everyone just knows that I'm with Maya, so it's like, why would you? Everyone knows who knows me knows I'm dating Maya. Like, why would you DM me? I mean, I've had like this one girl named Kate, but other than that, I've had like no one else DM me to try to get with me during us dating. Maybe like one or two people. I've had a lot of guys, but not a lot of girls.
Okay, before Maya.
Yeah.
Did you respond?
There's a lot of Raj girls. No, they would just come over to my house.
Did you guys fuck?
I've never had sex with an e-girl.
Do you think that's smart? That's probably smart, right? To not.
Yeah, dude, it's not worth it all.
Just jerk off.
They're scary as hell. It's not worth to have sex with an e-girl. Because it's like, dude, they could just ruin your whole career in one swoop.
That's true. It's pretty fucked.
With just one saying, one thing, and it's not worth me being scared or thinking that something's gonna happen one day or she's gonna get mad at me and say something. It's not worth it and do something stupid. It's just not.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's not worth my career to get a nut. I'd rather just, whack one off and call it a night. Go to the bathroom. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like you're jerking off just like a viewer would. So you're not even that different.
Yeah, I just look at them. So it's pretty much just I get to see their OnlyFans, but in person. I just stare at them while I jerk off, and then I go to bed.
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, no,
CK.
And then I paid the bills. I gave him $50. I called it a day. Yes, that's because I was on an RV in front of everybody for 3 months, so I couldn't jerk off.
Dude, okay, I want to ask about that actually. That RV stream. What the fuck? Like, what? How crazy was that when you did that? Like,
it was an experience I did, and it will never be matched, and it's an experience that I will never want to do again. It was just nuts. It was a fun time. It was a dumb time, but it was fun. I don't regret it.
Did you fear for your life at any point?
Not really, honestly. I feel like I didn't really like get scared. I was so focused on just farming lol W's that which back then were lols. Like, I didn't really care. I wasn't like, I didn't think anything was gonna happen because the only time I got scared was when Scuffed Jim Carrey, that dude had a fucking gun. Or no, we went to his house to try to get Ice's phone, and he had his brother come out with a fucking gun out of his car. And remember, we ran away, and we were hiding in bushes and shit. That was what I feared in my life. When I was like, oh my fucking god, what the hell am I doing? Like, when that happened, I'm like, dude, I'm out. Like, is this really the life I want to live? I'm fucking out of there. So I booked it, I left, and I went to Twitch because Ice was like, dude, you want to be a YouTube streamer or a Twitch streamer? Like, dude, I'll help you no matter what. Like, we could take over the YouTube game. And I'm like, because I had an option, right? I was either, do I want to be a Twitch streamer and have 50 viewers and play World of Warcraft and have my own little community, which was my community, because a lot of the people that came over were from my YouTube videos who do me or other communities. So it's either I go the route of 50 viewers and try to see if I can make it on Twitch, or, take from Ice's success and have 2,000 viewers instantly. But I said no, and I went to Twitch with a very risky mindset. And I made it on Twitch instead of YouTube.
I wonder what does he do now? He streams on Mixer?
Yeah, he streams on Mixer, that's all I see.
He's trying to get banned. Do you think he will?
No. I like the guy. I don't think he'll ever be unbanned, dude. No way. It's not him. It's this community. They don't want that around. Like, I just don't think that they will ever want that back. And if Ice came back, I mean, like, first day he'd have like 30,000 viewers of just toxic shit because it's like, yay, let's go be toxic. Like, it would just be shit. It would just be a chaotic fuckfest, and I just don't see him getting unbanned. I love the guy, but I just don't see it happening. I just don't see him getting unbanned. Unfortunately,
thinking about one day.
I can see you getting unbanned because you don't have anything, but him, no way.
I'm thinking about making a documentary about Ice
on
at
it,
some point, like a Netflix documentary. I'm glad we continued because when you were talking about all that other stuff, that's actually like even better than the actual interview we did. So.
Yeah.
If you have any other questions ever, just let me know.